It's election day in Canada, the totalitarian state of Canada, Little China, right? Canada is going to be election day. I don't really care who wins in Canada. I hope that the Conservatives would win. The Labour Party or the leftist party would be complete disaster, of course, as they are everywhere else. But Canadians don't learn their lesson quick, so they might make the wrong choice again. We'll see. But what's really weird is that in Canada, the wokest place on earth, you need 2 pieces of ID to vote. Wow. And it's paper ballots that you fill in with a pencil. That's fucking amazing. I didn't think that was possible to do. I thought that, was not possible. Like, I thought you had to have voting machines that are connected to the internet and, can be, so that the votes can be tallied in the way desired by the people that run the machines. I didn't know that you could actually count paper ballots anymore, nor did I realize that it was, the racistest country in the world, Canada, making people show ID to vote. That's the most racist shit I've ever heard. It's amazing. Guys, it is Monday. It's the 28th of April, 2025. It's the Insanity Report for today. And look, I'd like you guys to do me a favor. It doesn't cost you any money. Go ahead and repost, retweet, like, and subscribe or follow wherever you're watching this so that you push my content out to more new people. That gets it out there. It helps a lot. I appreciate it if you guys did that. Also, if you want to get all of my content, including the articles I write, the best place to go there is Substack. You see it on the screen. It's all about logic.substack.com. Go there, subscribe for free, or support me with $5 a month. And then you will get all of my content delivered to you directly in your inbox once it's published, whether that's articles or videos. You get them all. So there you go. Go there, do that, and follow, like, subscribe, tweet, retweet, repost, whatever, thumbs up, the whole thing. Do all of them. All right, so in Canada, the wokest place on earth, you need 2 pieces of ID to vote. And in America, where Donald Trump is the president, which a president that was given a mandate that won all of the power centers, so the House, the Senate, the White House, the Supreme Court's basically in our favor, and still he can't enforce the law in America when it comes to non-citizens voting. They need proof of citizenship to vote, which, is pretty easy. At least an ID would be able to get that straight. You know what I mean? But no, the courts again, the judges again, because it's Trump, even though it is the law that illegal aliens and non-citizens cannot vote in general elections. If somebody wants to start enforcing that law, that doesn't please the Democrats, right? The Democrats don't like that. So the courts are again blocking Donald Trump with this deal. So Donald Trump said, executive order, proof of citizenship required to vote or get the voter registration. Nope, the judge, some lower level judge, who is not the president, who thinks that he can, it's unbelievable, right? It's unbelievable. And the Democrats are fighting with lawsuits and all, tooth and nail, to stop this from happening. This injustice of requiring proof of citizenship in a country where it is illegal for non-citizens to vote. To require proof that you are a citizen to vote is not really that insane, but it is for the left and it is for these judges. And look, man, I've never been a fan of the Civil War shit, you know what I mean? But look, it is, let's be honest, it's already happening. The United States is basically in a civil war. They're already in it, okay? It's already happening because you've got 2 factions vying for power in America. You've got Donald Trump and MAGA, and then you've got the left and the Democrats with corrupt judges and corrupt institutions, institutional power still, trying to vie for power on the other end. They're not working together to the benefit of the American people. They are working against each other, and they're putting in their minions to also start working against each other. Getting states that try to do sanctuary city shit or hide illegal aliens from ICE. The states that are going against the trans laws. No boys in girls' locker rooms, no boys in girls' sports, and their state's still going against it. So it's clear. The lines have been drawn, right? The Democrats have said, okay, we don't care that you won the election. We don't care that most of America gave the mandate to Donald Trump to do these things and to start enforcing the law as it is written. We want a whole different agenda. We want a whole different America, and that's what we're going to do. We are going to use everything to our advantage, everything in our power, and then some, to push our will through, and if we ever get power again, we are going to fundamentally transform America into a leftist woke hellscape. That's what they're all saying, and I think it's time for Donald Trump to just start flouting these judges. If we're going to have to argue every little fucking thing out in court on things that are already laws, like this thing, okay, I get it, that, certain people, when they're getting deported, they need due process, at least the due process is afforded to them on their level of citizenship. If you're a citizen, you get more due process than you do if you're a non-citizen, right? And it should be fairly determined if people are part of a gang or should be shipped off to El Salvador. Absolutely. But the non-citizens voting thing is already a law, and the requiring ID for it is just another way to strengthen being able to enforce that law. Right now, there's no mechanism to enforce a law. This is a mechanism that you can use to enforce it, and yet the judges are once again standing in the way. It's utterly amazing. And it's the most crazy shit, right? The most crazy shit is Congress could codify this into law right now. They could go, okay, let's vote, ID to vote, boom, let's do it, right? They could. No, you can't, because it's federal. The states can decide. Well, no, not exactly. It doesn't exactly work that way. See, this is a law that applies in every state. Okay, it's not like some states can say, well, we'll allow non-citizens to vote. So no, this is not up to them. This is up to the federal government, and the law is, once again, the law is pretty clear. It says non-citizens cannot vote in the general elections. End of story. There's no nuance. It's not if you have red hair you can, or if you have 3 sons and a daughter with 2 left feet you can. There's no nuance anywhere, right? It's if you are not a citizen, you cannot vote. Period. That's it. End of story. And every law needs the ability to enforce it. That's why there's a lot of laws out there that shouldn't have been made because they're unenforceable, right? They're unenforceable, or it costs too much to enforce them. This is not one of those things, because this law can be easily enforced if you enforce by saying, if you are a citizen, you have ID to prove it. You have citizenship documents to prove it, and that's what you'll need to take with you to vote in the general election. It's not that difficult, guys. What are we fucking talking about here? You know what I'm saying? It's going off the deep end with this shit. If it continues like this, Donald Trump's not going to be able to do half the shit he wants to do. I mean, he's off to a hell of a start. Everything good. Things are kind of tapering down a little bit. Again, I say it every time. Still waiting for accountability. Don't think we're going to see it from past issues, COVID, etc., the whole thing. All the things, Russia Gates and Hunter Biden and, Fauci and all those people, nothing's ever going to happen to those people. I don't think that's happening. I've said numerous times why. But other than that, the administration's doing pretty damn good. But they're getting hindered in every move by these radical leftist idiots, bureaucrats or judges or Democrats, and they are the enemy, people. They're the enemy. It's a civil war in America. It's the American people against the Democrat elites and the leftists, and that's it. And the only people you got in your corner that have political power is Trump and the cabinet. Congress is not doing jack fucking squat, as usual. Okay? Yeah, they're holding hearings, they're doing a lot of blah blah, they're doing a lot of threatening, but not really doing anything. Judge Boasberg still hasn't been impeached, still hasn't been removed, even though there's all kinds of shit about it, nothing happening there. You know what I mean? They're not codifying any one of these fucking executive orders into law. They're not doing that either. They're not helping on this shit. The Supreme Court isn't jumping in on these judges. No, they're just letting it go rogue. Fuck it. What are they waiting for? Are they waiting for the militias to come out? You know what I mean? Is that what the Supreme Court and the Republicans in Congress and Senate want? Is for the people to say, okay, fuck this. It's a hot civil war. How's that? You know what I mean? It's because it's a civil war nonetheless, right? Are they trying to get people to a point where they say, okay, obviously Donald Trump is not going to get anywhere with this kind of blocking and shit. Let's just go to war with these people. I mean, eventually it's going to happen, okay? Because again, the Democrats are like a rogue faction trying to coup power from those that are now in power through the democratic process. That's what they're trying to do. That's Civil War insanity right there, right? That's a civil war. That's the start to a civil war. When one political party says, okay, we're no longer working together with the other political party in the interest of the American people. Instead, we're going to work against the interest of the American people, and we're going to use illegal, legal, corrupt, moral, immoral, all the ways in order to get our way and push our agenda through, regardless of what anybody thinks, regardless of the democratic process, regardless of what anybody wants. That is an attempted coup of the state by this Democratic Party, these leftist organizations, the crazy radical judges. This is unacceptable. Something must be done. I suggest the Supreme Court step in and put an end to this madness. Right? Grow some fucking balls. You're there to protect the Constitution. Do it. Jesus. And the Republicans, get your shit together. It's unbelievable. You've never had this much mandate ever in the last decades. And they still won't do anything with the power they've been given. It's unbelievable. They're so afraid of shit that the left and the Democrats might do to them that they already just did to them the last 4 years. Sitting there like deer in the headlights is not going to make the Democrats not come after you when it's their turn in power again in the future. You can't just hope they go away. It doesn't work like, it never has. It doesn't work like that, and it never has. You can't just keep your head down and hope this goes away. Republicans need to get some balls and start fucking fighting. Jesus. I mean, god damn it. They've been getting pretty easy salaries over the last couple decades, right? And now it's time to earn it. Fucking get your shit together. And that goes, again, investigations take time. I've got to give the Justice Department time. I'll have to give Pam Bondi a little time, Kash Patel time. But at some point, we will need to start seeing some evidence of fucking accountability for what has been done over the last decade since Trump was elected the first time. There's got to be accountability for some of this shit. Anyway, guys, I wish good luck to the Canadians, that they make the right choice. Good luck with that. Don't think they're gonna. But if they don't, I don't give a fuck. I don't live in Canada. Not my fucking problem. You deal with it. I've got woke Germany to deal with. You know what I mean? So, that's where we're at. At least Canada requires fucking ID to vote. 2 of them. So, unbelievable. The most wokest place in the world happens to be also the most racist place in the world if you ask Democrats who are opposed to ID for voting. It's unbelievable. All right, people, take it easy. This is only Monday. Try not to let your heart get pumped out of your chest too quickly. We still got 4 days of madness to go. All right, catch y'all later.